Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, wrestling fans, and sports entertainment fans, welcome to the No Shave Man Cave. I'm Ellie Chair. Man, what a day. So, I had to take a little bit of time off today. I jacked my back up, and I'm just I've got a roller that I roll on, and I've got some pads put on my back. And for those of us who are really going through it today, shee, I feel like I'm coming out of a pay-per-view. I'm a little nicked up. So we're heading into some very, very exciting pay-per-views and premium live events here coming up. And in a couple of days, we are going to be at All In. And there's a very, very significant match getting ready to occur that I think we may or may not be able to totally comprehend, because we're in the thick of it, right? So we're in a knife fight in a phone booth. We're not really, we say, oh yeah, we're taking it all in, or we appreciate what's occurring when it's occurring. Come on, son. It is happening so fast, and this media cycle is constantly grinding, and we're not completely cognizant of what is happening and the magnitude of it. Well, what the hell are you talking about, Ellie Jarrett? Well, that's funny you'd mention that. We have some who's who of professional wrestling that are getting ready to tussle, if you will. And I thought I would just run through the card and talk about the significance of the match in relation to AEW and to professional wrestling, because you have, you know, some of the top talent in professional wrestling is in AEW. And, MJF, he talked about it the other night, how you can't talk about this generation of professional wrestling without talking about MJF. You have arguably the most significant woman in AEW is Britt Baker, and she's going against one of the highly touted personalities and talents in professional wrestling in Mercedes Moné. And both of these matches are extremely significant because, they're gonna blow, if Wembley had a roof, they would blow the freaking roof off this joint, especially after how Ospreay got over, during his cut. And outside of some of the eye movement, I thought he was really getting it in, and I thought it was masterful, obviously on MJF's part, because he's the salt of the earth, and I'm a huge MJF fan, and a few of you will see how big of a fan I am here shortly. Super excited to unveil this year's No Shave Man Cave Championship that we rock throughout the year, and we'll have at a couple of the WrestleCons, and we're going to host a booth at the St. Augustine WrestleCon, the River City WrestleCon next year. So if you want to come by, we'll have two titles. One that will get signed, and then we'll raffle off, and then the other one we take turns on where the title is going to be. So I've got, you can see the one over this shoulder, the Lucha Gift of the Gods one, and then our original one, which was a play on the Hollywood Wrestling from Hollywood Championship tag team titles, that real obnoxious gold eagle, which I thought was pretty cool at the time. So, and then we have the Lucha Underground title that we're going to go deliver here shortly, and the longest reigning champion is going to get one, and then we're going to sign and raffle off the other one. Maybe we'll do a military event or something like that, because that's kind of our jam. So, but yeah, so we've got a couple of titles that we're getting ready to unveil and release. The and I've got a bunch of other titles that are available if, folks are interested in getting a hold of a Roman Reigns title. I've got one of those. I've got a couple of Cody Rhodes world titles like over my shoulder here. I've got 3 of those. Just excited to be able to, get my hands on some of this stuff because it's like these are really cool pieces of wrestling history. And I have a WWE Championship with Gunther plates on it, which it almost seems surreal because it wasn't that long ago that he was rocking the indies as Gunther, or I'm sorry, as Walter. Now now here he is as the world champion and holding every title as he ascends up the ladder. So kudos to him. So back to what we were talking about, significant events that are getting ready to occur. We've got a huge pay-per-view event getting ready to happen, premium live event getting ready to happen, the one closest to the boat. I tell you, I am so excited about this event, and it hasn't let anyone down, in the past, and I don't think this year will be any different. I don't know what to expect on the gauntlet match, but I'm gonna kind of lay out and see what's gonna happen. We have the ladder match. I think that's just gonna be a big crash and burn match. I hope no one gets significantly injured. You know how AEW has a tendency to get a little wild. I'd hate to see anyone get injured. I'd love to see everybody come home, from this very, very successful trip, healthy, wealthy, and wise. So we've got probably the best looking title in professional wrestling right now, and that's the TNT Championship in AEW, the remastered championship by the Scapegoat. And I think, it would sort of match what Darby Allin is all about, but I don't think it's Darby's time. I think Jack Perry comes out, boom, 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 gets the win, continues to really whoop it on for the Elite. There may or may not be some interference, 10% chance of some interference, because I don't know where Okada will fit into the entire card. I think Okada will probably get involved in the tag team turmoil match where you're going to have 3 of the top tag teams along with Daddy Ass there ringside. I think you could see Okada get involved in that. I think the EVPs and the Elite come out clean sweep. Not too many title changes. We'll have the same tag team champions. We'll have the same TNT champion. And, as it stands now, the Continental Championship is not scheduled to be defended. I thought they were going to make an announcement during Dynamite, but they swerved me, and that's kind of the name of the game, though, right? So they did a good job. And then, a match that I am super excited about, MJF versus Will Ospreay. I think MJF comes out the victor. That ring will absolutely come into play. It doesn't matter what gets thrown at MJF. He's not going to get shook, and he's going to leave there the American champion, and there isn't much we can do about it right now, thankfully, because that, my friends, is a gorgeous title, and I keep going back to that title, so stand by. Probably the match that I am most excited about is Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné. It is so awesome to see Britt Baker back. That attitude and the condition she's in. She did some DDP yoga, got herself right, and I'm sitting here at home because my back is jacked up. Totally sympathize with what DMD's got going on because she was dealing with some back injuries and stuff. And super significant. I think Mercedes comes out the victor, but that's just the beginning for her and Britt Baker. Britt Baker eventually wins that championship. I don't know that she leaves with the championship at All In. Although I think it would be really cool, barring an injury or a on the fly call. I think Mercedes Moné leaves your TNT TBS champion. Sorry. So All In, I think it's going to be a phenomenal match. The two main events. I don't know the schedule of the card, but either one of these could open the card, and close the card, because you want to rock from start to finish, and both of these are going to blow the freaking roof off of the building that doesn't even have a roof. And oh man, this is just going to be amazing. The build up over the last year with Mariah May and Tony Storm. Tony Storm, left the WWE under mixed circumstances. The character work that they were doing with her, I think we all agree was shit. And what they're doing and what she is doing and how she is just completely consumed wrestling fans with her character. When she comes on, I feel myself scooting closer to the television, to the point where Tiff will look at me and go, "What are you doing?" And she's leaving the room. Like, she's not even paying attention, because she's not a big wrestling fan. And we coordinate these things where she'll go upstairs into our room, or I'll come into my office, or I'll watch it downstairs and she'll come upstairs or whatever. But when Tony Storm comes on, the black and white comes in, and the music starts to play, and I feel I feel myself get closer to the TV, which is completely fine, because the character work, that's what you're doing. Mariah May, fantastic. She's been a champion all over the world. And, I think Mariah May comes out your new AEW World Champion. And that does so many things for AEW and the women's roster, especially if what we're hearing with Adam Copeland getting ready to come back, because he's bringing Beth with her. And boom, you know what? We're gonna bring it. So let's go. And then career versus title. I'm gonna flip a coin. It makes sense for me as a wrestling fan to send Brian out on his shield. Goes out as a warrior. Doesn't win the championship. Swerve hits him, and he gets the fucking rousing ovation. And boom, bada bing, we get Swerve continuing on with his reign as the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. So, it is what it is, and goddamn, it's AEW. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy to be here today. On behalf of Jay Tilly, I'm Ellie Jair. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you on the floor.